Hi, West Michigan. Welcome to 13 on your side at noon. I'm Julie Coher. Last night, West Michigan saw two separate accidents involving fireworks. One of those resulting in the death of a 43-year-old woman with several others hurt. Another at an organized fireworks display in Allegan. We have team coverage this afternoon. 13 on your side's Joshua Albertus is in Allegan, where people were injured when a firework shot into a crowd. But first, we start with Trevier Gonzalez, who's been in Park Township all morning long after a fireworks show turned deadly. Trevier.
Hey, Julie, I want to say good afternoon, but things are really tough here, knowing that a death happened in such a small community here. Now, when we hear about this 43-year-old woman, we don't have too much information on her other than that she's from Holland City. She's 43 years old, likely has a family, and the fact that this has happened has really been tough. They made attempts to resuscitate here on the scene, but she ended up passing away.
A community cleaning up after a pre-4th of July celebration turned deadly.
Having a good time celebrating and everything like that.
A spokesperson with the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says it was just after 11 p.m. Monday when a firework explosion killed a 43-year-old woman and injured 9 others.
There was caution tape, and we didn't know what happened.
Neighbors saying there was a series of booms and explosions from multiple homes, but the final blast from here was different.
We just heard one real loud one, and then after that there was nothing, like all silence, like everything stopped.
The last one, the other one sounded like the stuff you buy, but that last one was just loud.
The explosion, deputies say, also causing damage to nearby homes and cars. Along with beer bottles and cans, debris from the fireworks littered much of the area. A neighborhood street once filled with lights in the sky, now quiet.
Sorry for the person, all the people who were injured.
Now, due to the 4th of July holiday, we were not able to get any additional information from the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office. That's something we are certainly planning to speak about starting tomorrow. But of those 9 who are injured, the last we were told is that their conditions range anywhere from minor to serious conditions. This is something we're going to try to stay on top of the best we can. When you look at the scene here, of course, that cleanup has come to this conclusion here, although there are still very many remnants. Matt, if we can just show, it's still very clear that glass that shattered, whatever that explosion was, it is still here in clear sight. Definitely something that has impacted this small community. We're live here in Park Township. Trevier Gonzalez, 13 on your side.
Okay, Trevier, thank you. Continuing our team coverage, a fireworks show on the Kalamazoo River turned into what some called mass hysteria after a firework went off amid a crowd of people. 13 on your side's Josh Albertus is live in Allegan near where that firework went off. Josh, what have we learned?
Well, that event happened right along the river just behind me here, and one couple that we talked to this morning believe it was neglect on the city's part. What happened last night, the fireworks were shot off the river from pontoon boats. The city of Allegan partnering with Wolverine Fireworks Display to put on that event. One firework shooting off closer to the crowd gathered on the river's edge and going off in that crowd. With nearby construction, some say they didn't know where to go to get away. Jerry and Amy Cummings, who were at the show with their children, say they told us about that scene and that they were traumatized and it will likely keep them from going back in the future.
They don't know what it's like to be in that crowd and be scared for your life, and you're searching around, where's help, where's help, where's help, where do I go for help? We didn't know where to go. Hence everybody going in all directions, mass hysteria.
The city says those who were injured were treated on scene, but one person was taken to Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. In a statement earlier this morning, the city saying during the firework display, a firework cake from the proximate show unintentionally landed in a crowd located to the east of one of the pontoon boats. This resulted in a handful of minor injuries, all but one of which was treated at the site of the incidents. Our thoughts are with all of those who were affected by this unintentional incident. We continued to talk to people who were here last night to get their perspective what happened here. We will have more on that coming up at 5 and 6 tonight. For now, live in Allegan County, Josh Albertus, 13 on your side.
Okay, thanks, Josh. These accidents really highlighting the need for people to stay safe and listen to those warnings when lighting off fireworks today. The National Safety Council has a list of tips that includes never mixing fireworks with drinking, Always point them away from people and houses, and make sure you read and follow all warnings and instructions written on the package.